What was there inside this 4,500 years old pyramid, which is 480 feet high from the ground? Just to see it, the researchers sent a robotic camera inside the pyramid. The robotic camera stopped at a place because now there was a stone slab in front of it. The researchers believe that there is definitely some secret hidden behind this slab, which is buried for the last 4,500 years. They had to know this secret at any cost. That is why they put a drill machine in front of the robot, which made a small hole in that stone slab. Now a camera was sent inside this hole, which saw a scene beyond the slab which no one had seen in the last 4,500 years. There are a total of 138 tallest pyramids in Nazarene, Egypt, which have faced dozens of earthquakes and many dangerous storms in the last thousands of years. But dare not even one of them move from here to there. The tallest and biggest pyramid among these is called the Great Pyramid of Giza, and the area of the base of this pyramid is 13x. This means that not just 1 or 2 but 9 football fields can fit comfortably inside this pyramid. According to an estimate, a total of 23 lakh big stones were used in this pyramid. Many of these stones weighed 50 tons. If its total weight is estimated, then the weight of this pyramid is 60 lakh tons, which is equal to the weight of 12 Burj Khalifa. But what was the purpose of building such tall and luxurious pyramids? Thousands of years ago, when humans did not even have any tools, how were the walls of these pyramids leveled inch by inch? How were 50-ton stones cut into square shapes and raised to a height of 480 feet without any angles, and who were the engineers who made these pyramids earthquake-proof and set all their sides exactly at an angle of 51.5 degrees? You will be able to know all this in today's video. So let's begin. Challenge number 1. For centuries, various research teams were working hard to understand the construction technique of this pyramid. How each side of this pyramid was set exactly on the north, south, east and west without a compass. Many experts believe that the architects of that time must have first searched for a piece of land that could bear the weight of stones weighing millions of tons. After that, each side of the pyramid was marked with the help of polar stars, that is, the stars with the help of which the poles of the Earth are determined. Neither a compass nor an optical instrument. With just this basic technique, the direction of this pyramid was set thousands of years ago, and that too with 0 errors. Challenge number 2. The next challenge was to level the land. If the level of the 13-acre land on which this pyramid was to be built was even slightly out, then it would not have been possible for this mountain of 23 lakh stones to stand. Now, to level this land, the engineers of that time had neither laser leveler nor bubble level. Experts believe that pits would have been dug on all 4 sides of the construction site and water would have been poured in them. And then the water level of one side would have been matched with the water level of the other side. The part of the land which was not matching the water level would have been cut and leveled with the help of chisels and hammers. Many experts believe that the ancient Egyptians also used this simple tool. It has wood on both sides and a stone tied with a rope at its center. If the stone touches the ground and its rope comes exactly on the center line, then it means that the land in the middle is perfectly leveled. Challenge number 3. Now the directions were also set on the pyramid construction side, markings were also done, and the level of the land was also set. Now it was time to start the construction, for which big stones weighing lakhs of tons were required. But they neither had grinders nor jackhammers to cut these stones. But still they cut the 50-ton stones and gave them square or rectangle shape. But with whose help? Yes, this was the only tool with the help of which the stones were cut. Experts believe that the chisel used for the construction of the pyramid was not made of copper, only because they also knew that copper is soft and cannot cut stones. Therefore, a chemical arsenic was also included in it. This chisel made of copper and arsenic was hit on the stones with wooden hammers, and after many hours of hard work, big stones were brought into shape. Challenge number 4. Now, since this special type of stone, which is called limestone today, was being cut in the city of Tura, 250 kilometers away from the pyramid construction site Giza. Now the issue was to transport this stone to Giza. Each stone weighed 50 tons, i.e. 500 kilograms, which is approximately equal to the weight of 3 passenger buses. And 23 lakh such stones were to be used in just one pyramid. To transport such a huge weight, neither animals could be used in those times, nor did they have trucks. In fact, if this work has to be done even in today's modern times, then transport companies will have a tough time. Surprisingly, this work was done with the help of workers and boats. Yes, the river between Tura and Giza was used, and stones were loaded in large boats and transported to the pyramid site. Experts believe that this work was not so easy. At least an army of 500 workers would have been engaged at the same time in loading and unloading such a huge stone in the ships. Challenge number 5. The teams of experts who were doing research on the construction of the pyramid had now got answers to many of their questions. But one thing was bothering them all the time: that the limestone was cut, transported, and during construction, it started getting stacked on top of each other. The issue was how the stones were transported to such a height. Many experts believe that this was planned before the construction of the pyramid. Either it would have gone up through a spiral track or in a zigzag manner. But it is certain that the 500 kilogram stones would have been pulled up with the help of an army of workers. Challenge number 6. It was not just about lots of workers cutting the limestone with chisels and hammers and transporting such big stones. Inside this pyramid, compartments, a way to enter them, and many small tunnels were also made. Everything else was fine, but one thing surprised the experts, and that was that the stone used in the inner compartments was not limestone but granite. Yes, granite is a stone which is considered to be the hardest stone in the world after diamond. Even in today's modern era, granite cannot be cut without the help of large grinders. Many archaeological experts from all over the world were also made to visit the pyramids. But no one could find a clue as to how the Egyptians cut a solid stone like granite so cleanly 4,500 years ago. Finally, after many years, experts solved this mystery as well. The Egyptians cut the granite so cleanly with a saw that had no teeth. Yes, this saw without teeth was run on granite by putting weight on both sides, and gravel was put in the middle. Experts believe that it took 4 months to cut such a large stone in this way. After all, what was the purpose of building the pyramids? How many workers worked at the same time to build these pyramids? And when the robotic camera made a hole in the stone slab inside the pyramid, what was the scene inside that no one had seen in the last 4,500 years? You will be able to know all this and more in part 2 of this video. Thank you very much for your loving comments and likes.